What would you do if the person you trusted the most shattered your heart? Saim thought he had it all: love, trust, and a future with Aisha. But one unexpected evening changed everything. Dive into this emotional roller coaster of heartbreak, betrayal, and ultimate self-discovery as Saim turns his deepest pain into an inspiring triumph. Saim was the kind of guy who wore his heart on his sleeve. At 26, he had a stable job, a tight-knit group of friends, and a loving girlfriend named Aisha. Or so he thought. For 2 years, Saim and Aisha had been inseparable. From late-night drives to heartfelt conversations about their future, it seemed they were the perfect couple. But over the past few months, Aisha had started to change. She was more distant, her phone glued to her hand, and she often canceled their plans, citing work or family obligations. Saim tried to ignore the growing knot in his stomach. Maybe she was just stressed, he reasoned. He didn't want to jump to conclusions. One evening, Saim decided to surprise Aisha with her favorite flowers and dinner from the restaurant they had gone to on their first date. He knocked on her apartment door, a smile on his face and anticipation in his heart. But when the door opened, Aisha's expression wasn't the warm, welcoming one he had hoped for. Instead, she looked startled, almost guilty. "Saim, what are you doing here?" she asked, her voice tinged with nervousness. "I wanted to surprise you," Saim said, holding up the bouquet. "Is this a bad time?" Before Aisha could respond, a male voice called out from inside, "Hey babe, who's at the door?" Saim's heart sank. Aisha's face turned pale as she stepped outside, closing the door behind her. "Saim, I can explain," she started, but he was already backing away, his mind racing. "Explain what?" he demanded. "That you've been seeing someone else behind my back?" Aisha sighed, running a hand through her hair. "It's not what you think." "Then what is it?" Saim's voice cracked. "Because it sure sounds like you've moved on without telling me." Aisha's silence was deafening. She couldn't meet his eyes. Finally, she muttered, "I didn't know how to tell you. I didn't want to hurt you." "You didn't want to hurt me?" Saim laughed bitterly. "Do you have any idea how much worse this is?" Aisha's phone buzzed in her pocket, and she instinctively glanced at it. Saim caught the gesture and felt a surge of anger. "Is that him?" he asked. "The guy you've been sneaking around with?" "Saim, please, let's not do this here," Aisha pleaded. But it was too late. The damage was done. Saim turned and walked away, his vision blurred with tears. The next few days were a blur of pain and confusion. His friends tried to console him, but nothing seemed to help. The betrayal cut deep. Then, one of his friends, Zara, suggested something unexpected. "Why don't you channel your feelings into something creative? Write about it, paint, whatever helps you process." Saim decided to take her advice. He began journaling, pouring out his emotions on paper. Slowly, he started to see things more clearly. Aisha's betrayal wasn't about him. It was about her inability to be honest and her lack of respect for their relationship. A month later, Saim received a text from Aisha. "Can we talk?" Against his better judgment, he agreed to meet her at a coffee shop. When he arrived, Aisha looked nervous, fiddling with her cup. "I'm sorry," she began. "For everything. I know I hurt you." Saim nodded, letting her speak. "I was scared," she continued. "Scared of committing, scared of losing myself in the relationship. I made mistakes and I'm not proud of them." "I appreciate your apology," Saim said. "But it doesn't change what happened. You broke my trust." Aisha's eyes welled up. "I wish I could take it back." "So do I," Saim replied. "But we can't rewrite the past. All we can do is learn from it." As Saim walked away from the coffee shop, he felt a sense of closure. He wasn't fully healed, but he was on the path to recovery. He had learned a valuable lesson. Trust is fragile, and once it's broken, it's hard to rebuild. Months later, Saim found himself smiling again. He had picked up painting as a hobby, and through it he discovered a new sense of purpose. He realized that heartbreak, as painful as it was, could also be a catalyst for growth. And as for Aisha, she became a chapter in his story, a reminder of the strength he never knew he had. Saim moved forward, wiser and stronger, ready to embrace whatever life had in store for him next. 1 year after the breakup, Saim's life had transformed. His paintings gained recognition, and he even held a small gallery exhibition that became a local sensation. During the event, he met a woman named Nadia, an art enthusiast who admired his work. Unlike Aisha, Nadia exuded warmth and sincerity. She shared his passion for creativity and understood his journey of self-discovery. Over time, their bond deepened. Saim realized that the pain he endured with Aisha had prepared him for something greater. His relationship with Nadia was built on trust, mutual respect, and a shared appreciation for life's imperfections. Looking back, Saim no longer saw his heartbreak as a tragedy but as a pivotal turning point. It had taught him resilience, self-worth, and the importance of authenticity in love. As he stood beside Nadia, watching visitors admire his artwork, Saim felt a profound sense of gratitude. He had turned his pain into beauty and found a love that felt truly right. Years later, Saim and Nadia started a community art center where people could express their emotions through creativity. The center became a haven for those seeking healing, much like Saim once had. He often shared his story with others, reminding them that even in the darkest times, there is hope for a brighter future. And so, Saim's journey came full circle, a testament to the power of resilience, the beauty of second chances, and the healing force of love and art. Life has a way of breaking us down just to build us back stronger. Saim's story reminds us that even in the darkest moments, there's a chance to rise, heal, and grow into something extraordinary. If this journey moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of resilience and hope. Who knows? Your story could inspire someone next. Stay tuned, and thank you for watching.